All right, today we're diving into something really cool, a blueprint for a totally new kind of AI. Now, this isn't just an AI that can teach you something. This is an AI tutor that actually learns how to be a better teacher every single time it interacts with a student. Let's get into how it works.
I mean, just think about the learning tools you use right now. For the most part, they're pretty static, right? They give you information, but they don't really adapt to you. But what if they could? What if every single question you answered, every concept you got stuck on actually made your tutor smarter? Not just for you, but for every single person who uses it after you. Well, that's the core idea behind the Meta-AI framework. You can think of it as an architectural plan, a blueprint for building an AI tutor that doesn't just spit out content. Now, this is a tutor that's designed from the ground up to evolve its own teaching methods to get better and better over time. So, how in the world does an AI teach itself to be a better teacher? Well, the secret sauce here isn't one single giant AI brain. It's actually a whole team of specialized AIs all working together perfectly. This setup is called a multi-agent architecture. And honestly, the best way to think about it is to imagine a whole faculty of expert human teachers all focused on you. You'd have one who's a genius at curriculum design, another who writes the perfect quiz, and maybe a third who's just an amazing motivational coach. This AI system works the exact same way, just with different AI agents playing each of those roles. So let's meet the players on this AI dream team. Each one of these agents has a really specific, really crucial job to do in the whole learning process. Okay, so here's the breakdown. You've got the content curator, that's your lesson planner. Then there's the knowledge assessor, who's basically in charge of the quizzes. The feedback provider is the one that gives you those helpful hints when you're stuck. And the motivation coach is your personal cheerleader, keeping you going. And tying it all together, you have the meta orchestrator. Think of this one as the team captain, making sure everyone is working together seamlessly for you. So we have the team, which is awesome. But how does the team itself get smarter? We're not just talking about little tweaks in real time here. This whole framework is built for long-term evolution through this really structured, almost cyclical process of learning and adapting. And this is a key concept, generational process design. So the system doesn't just improve randomly. It actually evolves in these deliberate, calculated cycles. Each new generation of the AI tutor literally learns from all the successes and, just as importantly, all the failures of the generations that came before it. And that cycle is a really elegant four-step loop. First, you deploy the current AI tutors out into the world to interact with learners. As they're teaching, the system is gathering just tons of data. What's working, what isn't, where are students getting tripped up? Then all that data gets analyzed for patterns. And finally, those insights are used to design the next, even better generation of agents. And then the cycle starts all over again. Okay, so we've got this beautiful cycle of improvement. But what's the fuel that makes this whole engine run? I mean, if each generation is supposed to be an upgrade from the last one, it has to be learning from something, right? It needs a source of truth. So what is that source? It all comes down to the student. The system's entire evolution is driven by the results, the progress, and the engagement of us, the human learners. Every right answer, every mistake, every little moment of hesitation becomes this super valuable piece of data for improvement. These feedback loops are the absolute heart of the engine. They're what turn all that raw data from students into actual actionable intelligence. And it's that intelligence that then directly shapes how the next generation of agents is going to teach, making sure the entire system is constantly getting smarter. Okay, so we have a team of agents, and we've got this feedback system that helps them evolve. But who's in charge? Who's making the big strategic decisions here? This is where that meta orchestrator we talked about really takes center stage. It performs what the framework calls metacognitive orchestration. You can just think of it as the air traffic controller for the entire learning experience. It's not flying the individual planes, but it's got that high-level view coordinating all the other agents to make sure the journey is smooth and efficient for the learner. So this creates a really clear and effective hierarchy. You've got your lower-level agents, they're the doers, right? On the front lines, delivering the lessons, giving the quizzes. And then, watching over them all, you have the higher-level meta-orchestrator. It's the strategist, and its whole job is to monitor the entire operation and tweak the overall game plan to get the best possible results. So how does it actually adjust that game plan on the fly?
It uses a process called recursive synthesis. Now, I know that sounds super technical, but think of it like a master chef who's constantly tasting and adjusting a sauce while it's simmering. The orchestrator is constantly tasting the real-time data, your progress, your engagement, and making tiny tweaks to the teaching workflow to perfect the final outcome. It's how the system self-corrects in real time.
So, what's next for this whole blueprint? Well, the framework itself isn't meant to just be a finished product. It's designed to grow. And maybe the most exciting direction it's heading in is towards a really powerful collaboration between people and AI. I really love this quote from the source material because it just perfectly captures the spirit of this whole project. This isn't a final, finished product. It's a living document. Just like the AI it describes, the framework itself is meant to be constantly improved on by the community. And one of the biggest future goals is digging into these hybrid human-AI tutoring models. Just imagine a human teacher paired up with this team of AI agents. You get the empathy, the intuition, the inspiration that only a person can provide, but it's combined with the tireless, data-driven precision of the machine. I mean, that combination could unlock a whole new level of personalized education. And all of this leaves us with a pretty profound question to think about. So far, the focus has been on making AI a better teacher. But if we actually succeed, if we create tutors that adapt perfectly to every single one of us, well, that's going to fundamentally change how we approach learning itself. What does education even look like in a world where everyone has access to a truly adaptive, always improving teacher? Something to chew on. Thanks for joining me.